All right, so today let's talk about the fire department and your health. Hey everyone, it's the Wellness Doctor, Dr. Jeffrey Clark, and I have a number of firemen that come in to see me in the clinic here, and man, these are some badass men and women. So kudos to them. So I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but 1991, 1992, I was working with another doctor and didn't really express some of my thoughts like I do these days. But in 1993, I was opened a clinic for myself, and I did what I called was a wellness workshop, and I focused more on wellness than on sickness. And let's face it, healthcare. When you think of the healthcare system, it's not really about health. It's a sickness care system. People don't go to the doctor because they want to get healthy, they want to get less sick. We have that little virus thing going on that everyone's like freaked out about. So they don't, they're not focused enough on prevention. They're trying to say, what kind of treatment can I get? How can I get a vaccine to potentially prevent it instead of making myself so healthy that my immune system kicks butt on anything? So one of my mentors, Patrick Gentempo, great doctor, great orator, taught me a lot about the different branches of philosophy and how it ties into not just chiropractic but life. And he's the one that kind of talked about the be fit, think well, eat right, get adjusted. And that's kind of our credo here. So I give kudos to him. And then another mentor of mine, Dr. James Chestnut, he came up with the analogy I'm going to share in just a moment. So Dr. Chestnut ran the wellness program. So when I got my postgraduate certification in wellness science, he was the one that kind of orchestrated that. And he didn't decide to become a chiropractor because chiropractic was so cool and helped him. He was an exercise physiologist that was in a PhD program. And he thought, what the heck am I going to do with a PhD in exercise physiology? How can I help more people? And he realized that becoming a chiropractor was a great way to help more people. Then he realized that chiropractors really need to have all this science that he had been working on kind of put together in this wellness program. So we're looking at wellness in terms of how you eat, how you think, how you move, and why this is important, all the science behind it. So here's his analogy. So the credit goes to him, but if your house is on fire, you call the fire department, and they come in and they've got their axes and they've got their hoses, and they're going to squirt your house down, and they're going to cut holes in the roof to kind of let the flames go through, and they're going to cut holes in walls, things like that. And once they put the fire out and you're allowed to move back into your house, it's kind of a disaster. But you're not going to call the fire department every day just to come out and, hey, can you spray down my house with more water and cut some more holes in the walls? And basically that's what the practice of medicine is these days. They have their fire hoses, which are the drugs, and they have their axes, which are the surgery that they do. So drugs and surgery is kind of the extreme. When you're having a crisis, you call the fire department. When you're having a crisis, you need the drugs and surgery. But if you can prevent that, if you can, there's a little fire on the stove, you pull out the little flame thing and, from under the stove, get that put out before your whole house becomes engulfed. That's what you should do. So that's more preventative or a minor crisis. Now with chiropractic, we're the ones that actually keep the house going. We vacuum the house and sweep the house. Maybe do some minor repairs, the handyman. So chiropractors are more like handymen for the body than the firemen. So we're maintaining it, making sure that everything is in a state of good repair through regular chiropractic checkups, regular chiropractic visits, regular chiropractic adjustments, so that you don't need to call the fire department, call upon them with their drugs and their surgery and their axes and their hoses, because that's not where health comes from. That's not where wellness comes from. That is crisis care. And there are so many people in our society today who are so dependent on crisis care day after day after day after day. And of course, the system is set up for that. It's set up so that every man, woman, and child should be taking supportive medication forever. every man, woman, and child should be getting these vaccinations because they make money for the big pharmacy companies. And that's pretty much the only reason. It has nothing to do with health. So hopefully you enjoyed that little rant. If you enjoy what we talk about here, click the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll see the next time one of these comes out. Feel free to share this. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.